My name is Rachi. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to do glow in the dark dipping powder. Hi. How are you?
I'm good.
Okay, so you want a stiletto with the glow in the dark.
Yes, ma'am.
So these two color are the one that we're picking out.
Yes, ma'am.
So what you call it? Yellow and pink.
Pink. Yes,
Hot pink.
ma'am.
Okay. You don't have to say yes, ma'am.
My mom would beat me if I didn't.
Okay, so what I'm doing is filing this side off and bend this. And then I'm gonna file this finger.
That's family business. Right, Grace? Oh, yes, so in the city and the state. I said, no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Some people just don't know.
So how long you been getting your nail done? Oh, when's the last time you came in and got your nail done?
Maybe like a month ago.
A month? Your nail's long. So I decided not to cut your nail. We're gonna keep it the same length.
Yes, ma'am.
We'll see you in 2 weeks. Have a great week.
Oh, I will. And I'm glad you enjoyed the little true story.
Yes, don't party too hard now.
You know, I'm with a different race now, so.
Okay. Okay.
Look at your beautiful wife will tell you how to curve.
You mean a different stage of life for you?
Actually, I thought it was really good for the brown girls. See you later.
Okay. So that one came off. I'm gonna put another one on. I guess it does not want to stay, but that's okay. We're gonna make it stay. That was quiet, huh?
Yeah.
We hear everything that happened at a nail salon.
What happened?
Just every story.
Oh, wow.
If I can make a movie or write a book about it, I would. But then that would be invading privacy as long as I don't mention any names.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You see your video, it's not even on the screen.
Huh?
The work is not even on the screen.
It's on
It's
screen.
on screen.
Yes,
It's
on.
it's 2 minutes and 53.
It's all the way at the top.
No, it's on it. It's on it.
Wait, no, it's not.
It's on.
It's come up right here.
You got your spot.
My spot.
You should get a ring light. My mom had got mine off Amazon.
On the Amazon.
Mm-hmm. They're like $100. You can get a small one for like cheaper though.
To see it clear,
Mm-hmm. And it makes the light like really, really bright.
bright.
Mm-hmm.
Does this one look bright?
Mm-hmm. It looks bright.
Okay, let's see. The thumb may be a little bit shorter.
I like that length.
You like that one? Okay.
Mhm.
Are these too long for you?
Mhm.
I feel like,
Yeah, that length right there is good.
whoop. I guess we're gonna have to cut these.
Cause I don't want too long.
You don't want it too long?
Yeah.
Okay. You feel like it's too long? Or this
Let me
is
see.
okay? Grab and make a fist.
I like that length.
Make a fist again.
Can you match it with the thumb?
Yeah, I can match it.
Mhm.
So all I have to do is cut the tip of it, and then I'm gonna make it sharp. Okay, let's do this end. So you brought your mom and your cousin?
Yes, ma'am. I came maybe like a month ago with my nana. And we got our feet together.
Yes, I remember that. So you still doing work at the flea market?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm
Go
trying
every weekend.
every weekend.
Every other.
You making good money?
Yes, ma'am.
So I go in and blend up here. What I'm trying not to do is that I still have to file your nail again one last time. So I'm just gonna do kind of like a rough draft. I feel like there's a little bit of things in.
To make it smooth.
To make it smooth.
How long have you been doing nails?
23 years. 23, 24?
When did you
90,
start?
95.
Oh, wow. You've always had your own shop where you worked under someone and you got your own shop.
96. 96 we opened. When I was up north. I was up in Illinois. So you guys doing anything tonight?
Yeah, I was just going home.
Relax.
Yes, ma'am. And
Pack to get ready to.
go on a cruise
Cruise.
to the Bahamas.
And this hurricane, right?
Yes, ma'am.
This one, I went over it already. Just want to make sure. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and then file it to blend it in on top.
What you doing? What you doing? What you doing?
She's getting her nail done pretty like yours too. That's what she's getting done. So I gotta make sure I go in and then clean around here. Make sure you lay your drill flat. If you lay it at this point, you're gonna dig into the skin, into the nail. And this is not smooth yet.
Make it look as natural as possible.
Yes. Don't think that you're racing a car or something, ma'am. Hey, Grace. Grace, can you get Diana out here too? Have you done any movies at all? The iMovie? You use it?
I just used it one time before.
Okay, let's see your hand. This one is a little bit longer. Do you want it real pointy?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Bless you.
Thank you.
Okay. All these. Can I see this hand? Okay. I'm gonna put number 1. This is a Bondi.
What's number 1?
It's a Bondi. After you clean it out, it bonds your nail to the product. And usually some people will get an alcohol and wipe it, but your nail is dry, it's clean. We cleaned it before, you know, and now we're just gonna go straight into this. This one is a base coat but dip. So the yellow will go where?
On these two,
And 2, and the pink.
we'll go on all 3 of these.
Okay, so I'm gonna do yellow first because it's lighter, so I won't mess up my brush.
Well, you can just do yellow on the pink, yellow on all of them, and then pink on the ring finger. I don't
Pink-
want to make pink on the ring finger.
Pink on the ring finger and yellow on the rest of them? Okay. If you are low in the powder, so what you do is find a little jar like this and then use it. And if their fingernails are, you know, longer, then you just have to find another way to do it.
Or either hold it at an angle.
Yes. Okay, so usually I go about 99% up or 98, and then you just dip and then tap.
That one's pink.
Pink?
Yeah.
Okay. You have to remind me now because my mind is not what they used to be. And I'm not getting older either. Hey Vincent, do I hear any remark? Okay. What I'm gonna do is dust it off. Oh, I shouldn't have done that one. We'll let it dry. Usually. There's a fuzz here. So if this happened where you accidentally dust it, you're not supposed to. You're supposed to let it wait about a minute or 2. So we're gonna correct this. it. And we're gonna dust it. And the thumb, I'm gonna leave it this time. I don't know what made me decide to do that. I think maybe I got a little bit nervous. Okay, tap this.
So you have to give the glue time to bond to the color.
Yeah, I have to give. It's still wet and tacky, and when you use a brush, the bristle is gonna ruin it. So I gotta let it sit for a minute or two. Like right now, it's a little bit dry. That's why the brush that you get to use it has to be soft. It can't be hard. If it's hard, it's gonna ruin all that part. Let me dust the pinky. So that is 3. You like this one? This is the 4th. I probably 3 is probably a little bit too thin. So 4, your nail will be fine. It's not too thick. I like to have it just right in the middle so that way your nail won't break. And especially if you go on a cruise, you know how much they charge you to get your nail fixed?
How
And
much?
anyway, you can't find a color like this.
How much?
I think for a full set, it probably start out at maybe $85 or
Really?
up. And you know, a lot of people on the cruise, they from another country. They work. I think I heard one time my client paid for a massage. Was it almost 200?
Oh.
Because if you want to get it done, it's not like you have another choice. You're gonna go to another boat and hop on it, you know.
Yeah.
So this is good. And if she touched something, you could just go back and tap it. On this one, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna go ahead and put number 3 on it. I'm gonna let it dry while I work with the other finger, and then I'm gonna work with the other hand. This one is the glow in the dark. This is the pink. Let me move this. And before you work on any, what you want to do is turn it, mix. You don't want it to just go dip in it. It stag the pigment, and it's gonna mess it up. Tap it. Okay, tap this one. I'm gonna get another brush. Oh, if you use a brush, you want to make sure that it's not contaminating with the yellow. Okay. Yeah, excuse my language. English is my second language, so if I say something that is not correct, that's...
I never heard you speak another language.
I could talk. It sounds funny. It's Laotian. Laos. It sounds almost like Thai language. Okay, so you see what's going on here? This pink is sticking to my brush. Before I could put it back in, what I want to do is get a towel That's why I usually have paper towel here. Clean it, dip it back in. If you don't do that, your whole bottle will
Turn pink.
yeah, will turn pink. And sometimes this thing is still turning. So guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna dip it one more time. It's a pretty pink, huh?
That is pretty.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna wait a little bit. I'm gonna dust it. And if anything that is out of place, you could always tap it like this. You could tap it. This one is about dry. So this is about what, 3 that I did? 3. I'm gonna layer the other one up, but not all the way to the cuticle. I would say about 95%, and then dip it in. What you wanted to do is you want to layer it, but you don't want to stack it up. If you stack it up, when it grow out, it's gonna get caught in their hair and it's gonna lift faster. Okay. So is this good? This one's dry.
So if you stack it too thick, it'll when it grows out, it'll be.
It'd be thick. It'd be thick up here. So when you feel it, it doesn't blend it in. You see how my nail, it blend in right here. It's flush. That's what
It's
you
flat.
want to do. Now I'm going back with the activator. I sometimes I refer to it as number 3. And this same thing with your brush. Wipe it. Get another little paper towel. Wipe it off. The most important is your number 2 and your number 4. Let's see how it looks. You see it? It looks pretty. We're gonna let this sit and wait, and then we're gonna do this hand. So we're gonna do the same thing, or you're gonna
Yes, ma'am.
change it
same
out?
thing.
Same thing? So we're gonna do that. So what I wanna do is turn my powder, wipe my brush. This is my favorite brush. It's old and all that, but I can't live without this, so I'm gonna use this. This is her pinky. As you could hear, there's 2 nails going on besides me, so it's gonna be a little bit noisy. Okay. And there's a little fuzz here. I'm gonna pick it out. Turn and then pinch. Squeeze. If it goes outside her nail, just clean it up before you dip it. Okay. That one is it. So right now I'm gonna dust it. And I'm gonna save this one, it's still wet. Second coat. What should we name this? Neon color? Or
Yes,
glow in the dark?
Neon glow in the dark nails.
That's a good description.
Neon glow in the dark.
Neon glow in the dark. And if there's any dust or anything, just wipe it.
How to do neon glow in the dark SMS.
Okay. Okay. So these are dry, so I'm gonna dust it off. That's 2, right? That's 2
Yes,
coats.
ma'am. It's the third one.
This is the third one, so I'm gonna go in. That's why sometimes when you file your nail before, you have to file it a little bit thinner, the length, because when you dip, it's still gonna, yeah, it's fat and wider. So you still have to reshape it. Okay, this one does. Your thumb look nice. You see this little particle here? If there's something in it, take it off right away. Oh. I'm gonna use my pusher to get out this little, it look like it's a little speck of here. Okay. Okay, that's 2, right? Okay. I know sometimes that I dust it and put it here. Sometimes you don't want to waste it. So that's 3. So we're going for our 4th. The 4th one, not so high up. Sometimes what I like to do is use a shear. But this time I decide I don't want to use the shear. There's no rhyme or reason for why. But then sometime what happened is a certain color, certain brand, you have to use a shear on it or else it will streak. There's a certain brand that we have to use, but I'm not going to say any name. Because we use a different product. That one's done. And we're gonna activate this. You see the one I patch up? Not so bad, huh? Okay. These 2 is gonna, they are gonna be in pink. So same thing, my pink. If it's low, you could, same thing, you could find a little jar and work with it. But you know, to me, I could work with this. This is about what, 1/3 left. The pink is very strong. That's why I decide to do the yellow first and then the pink later. So if this one has a little bit of yellow, the pink will cover it where the yellow won't be. Okay. And what I'm gonna do is dust this one. This one we're gonna save. It's still wet. Someone is pretty mighty mad at their client because they buffing pretty hard. Can you hear that buffing going on? That's not me, okay? Is my other half. Okay, so I dust this. You see how sometimes when you do it and there's only 2 nails, you can see it's separating. So what I should have done is wait a little bit longer. But you know, sometimes I get impatient. I just want to finish up. So I'm gonna tap. So this one, it's still wet. When it's still wet like this, go ahead and you could dip some more. It doesn't hurt. It just pick up more pigment. And you see this one is turning a little bit. Because I don't want my brush to touch this part. Okay, dust it. And this one's okay to dust it because it's not wet. And if this thing is a little bit moved, the product moved, just tap it like this and everything settle back. Same thing as this, because sometimes, you know, your fingernail touch it or their nail or they hit something. So we go in. So as you can see, this pink pigment is a little bit darker and it picks up more. Right here, 3 coat. You see how this one? I'm going to use my brush and clean it. Use my paper, not my brush. Okay, right here it goes. I'm going to let it sit. You see how it's all turning? It's kind of like it's trying to suck up all the color. Okay, so I have a choice. Either I could dip it more or I could leave it and let it dry a little bit longer. But this way works faster. Dip it and let it dry. So when you dust it, you're not gonna mess it up. Sometimes I feel like I'm talking to myself. Okay, 3 coat. It's okay. But if you want it stronger, I say add another one or add a shear. But if I do a shear, all these gonna contaminate my white shear. It's gonna turn it to pink. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna decide to do the pink. And I'm not gonna go all the way around. I'm just gonna do some. So do whatever works best for you. Whatever you decide to dip or how many times is up to you and your client. If her nail is longer, I would do 4 or maybe 5 is a lot longer. Okay. And you want to make sure they don't touch anything right now while it's drying. Okay. Let me go ahead and put the activator on these. Looking good. See, look, it's dirty there. Look at it. I'm gonna clean this brush. So while this hand is dry, we're gonna work on this hand. So this hand is dry completely. Go ahead. And sometimes too, you wanna make sure it's dry. Usually with acrylic, I just knock on it like this and you could hear the knocking sound. That means you could work on it and file. If it's not dry, you try to use a file on it, it's gonna push up your acrylic. Okay, now I gotta find my magic finger, my rubber finger. This is what's saving. When I first learned how to do nail, all this part will be ripped and raw. So my husband found something and then this is what I put on. It looks funny, but hey, it works. Okay, let me put, when you work, make sure you put everything back in, because if you spill this, that's it. Imagine if you did one hand and the other hand's not done and all the colors are gone. We don't have, sometimes, we don't have an extra double. So what you do, push all these back, all this here. Make sure it's not sticking, because once you use a file, you don't want to cut into their hand. And then I'm going to go back and clean around here. The one thing I don't like about the dipping is that it's a messy and dusty. You see this? Where the acrylic and all that is not as dusty, but I'm a little messy, so it's okay. And your file, your new file, just make sure you go down the edge, so you're not cutting anyone. So what I'm doing is filing. I blend it up, go down, blend it up, go down. So she wants stiletto. Is that the shape that you wanted?
Yes, ma'am.
What is your name?
Jalen.
Jalen. Shout out to Jalen. Okay. So you want it more sharper, or this is good?
Let me see.
Okay. How you like that?
I like that.
You like that? Okay. Now, you don't like something, let me know. I don't want you to walk out this door and write a bad review. I know you can understand me. I speak English, right?
Yes, ma'am.
I don't want someone to be like, I went to this nail salon, they did a bad job, and the whole time I asked you if you like it, and you told me you did, and then you go put a bad review on it. That's not cool. And we actually have people that done that where they say, oh, I like my nail. And you know what they do? They go put a bad review on it. Say, my nail looks bad.
Wow.
But while we sit here, it wasn't me, like, it was someone else. But if you don't like it, let us know. We could fix. If you walk out, we can't fix it.
Right.
And the best thing to do is communication. Just communicate with your client what they want. And it's not what you want. It's what they want, what they happy. Because they are the one that coming in, to pay, to get their nail done. And you doing their service. How's this? And the thing about it too, just because I file like this, it doesn't mean it's finished. You could always go back and shape some more. This is almost my finished draft. Can you hear Maria drill over there?
A lawnmower.
You see their lawnmower going on? Don't be asking for a new drill now. That's a brand new drill. I just have to say something. Okay. We're gonna go back and clean underneath all these. Right here. Okay. Get this done. You don't mind I take a picture of you and post you up, right, Jalen? Okay. You're not gonna come back and sue me, are you?
No.
Okay. I have it
I come all the time.
I have it in camera now. Not in writing, but verbal. I know. I'm just picking on you.
There you go.
Okay, dear. What I always ask my client when I finish with one hand is, look this over. Anything that you want to change, let me know while I do this. Because sometimes if they look, they don't give you the other hand, it's a waste a lot of your time. So let them look at it while you work with this hand. So I go up, blend in, angle my file to this.
It looks good.
And then usually what I do too is I check the shape maybe like 3 or 4 times. I'm a little anal about it, but that's just me. Okay, let me see, let me check. Oh, almost the same. But let's make it the same.
She paying hers on mine. You already paid?
See, look what happened to this file. Yellow and pink. Hey, yellow and pink, what does it make? The color theory. What does it mix? Maria, what yellow and pink make? Wait, yellow and pink doesn't make... It blend. What's the color? Oh, it look,
Make
it's
orange.
orange. Oh my God, look at it.
It's great.
Oh my God. Hey, it's not gray, it's orange. Look, look, yellow and pink makes orange. Okay. Let's see this finger. This one is a little bit shorter. This one's long. So if that's happened, cut this part and file down or file on the side. And let's see this. Are they about the same or this one's longer? Let's see. File in, blend on this side, blend on this side, coming down. This. Okay, hold on. Okay, let's see how it looks. This one is longer, huh? I don't know why I'm asking. You can't see it from this point, but I can. Okay, so okay, that one looks good. And how's this? Are they about the same?
My kid gets up there, okay?
Okay, dear. Okay. And here's this. They look about the same. You know, sometimes their nail could be the same, but their nail bit may be bigger and one side is smaller.
Yeah, because I'm right-handed.
You're right-handed? Okay. Okay, that looks even. Let me see your thumb, huh? This one may be a little bit longer, but let me go at it first. It's quiet, huh? Everyone has left yet. Or everyone left us. Okay, let's see.
It says towels.
See right here? This one is longer. This hand. This one is short. So blend it in. File underneath to get all the thing. And this one's longer. So I'm gonna take this and file it down. Jalen, let's see. How does it look? Good? Everything look good? Okay. Let me make sure. Okay, let's see both hands. Everything look good. Everything is even. Right here. The video was like this, then I should have done it like this, huh?
Let me see.
Yeah, because when we were recording, it was
It's-
like
it's-
this. I should do
Click
like
it.
this.
It should go up though when you
It
turn
should
your
go up?
phone up.
Okay.
When you turn your phone up, it's gonna go up.
Okay. You just say something, okay? Just do like this here now. Okay. Hey Diana, once in a while, can you come? So what I'm doing is changing out my drill bit to the smooth one. I'm putting on my drill bit. This is it. Okay. Okay, dear, here we go. Whatever you do, don't move, okay? I don't want to cut you. I always let the client know not to move, and I'm grabbing her hand like this so I have control of her hand. And what I do too, if they want their cuticle trim, I trim afterward. I don't want to trim now, before, because what happens is that when your drill goes near it, it could bleed, and I'd rather not cut someone. And when you do around the cuticle, just make sure you go real slow on it. And right here, move it out, and right here. This look good. Anything that's underneath, clean it up. And then this. Twist their hand, peel whatever's there. Your drill should be lean sideways, and then roll your drill over, and then try to get this corner and make it smooth. Anything underneath it, clean it. And the same thing with this finger. So you guys are all packed for your cruise?
Yes, ma'am.
You guys are all packed for your cruise?
No, I'm gonna go home and pack as soon as I leave here.
Wait, how many days you have left?
We leave Sunday.
Sunday. Wait, today is Friday night? You went shopping for new clothes?
Yes, ma'am. I ordered clothes all online. I think I'm gonna go get some shoes tomorrow. Though.
Shoes?
Some more shoes. Even though I got like 5 pair that I'm bringing.
5 pair. Sandal,
Yes,
high
ma'am.
heel,
Sandals, high heels.
tennis shoes.
No tennis shoes.
No tennis shoes?
No tennis shoes.
You're not gonna go hiking or anything like that? So I put my finger down here to support. So when I roll my drill, I can roll down here. I might do nail just a little bit different than your traditional people that you see on YouTube. Maybe because I was trained a little bit different. So sometimes I go back and do certain things to clean her nail off. It's okay, you know. Okay, and then her thumb. Usually what you want to do, if they don't stay relaxed, this whole arm of yours is going to get real tired. So what I'm trying to do is make her relax, so my whole hand and holding the drill is not going to tire me out. And what you wanted to tell the client is just relax when you are working on the thumb. As you can see, I'm not pressing that hard on my drill to do the SNS. Sometimes I feel like if you press too hard, you take a chunk of the SNS off. I don't know, some of you guys have done that before. If it is you know, the SNS is still wet. You might want it to put 2 coat of the activator on it. So that's why I try to kind of blend it in carefully. But I still want like up here to be smooth. Some people might call it the apex, but I just call it near the cuticle. Okay, and the same thing, if there's anything underneath the nail that you want to take, some people use the sharp one, but I could use this. It goes far, and this thing's not gonna cut because the end of this is smooth. Oh my God, I think I got one of the other girls' drill bit. You know how they go looking for it? No, I think I got a Cassidy drill bit. Okay, so that hand is done. Now I am working on the last hand. Okay. So I want to hold and go really, really slow with it. I want to be careful. S&S, if you do like 2 layer, you don't have to drill that much, just barely. But because I put 2 coat on it, I want it to blend in and drill a little bit more than the norm. And how's this one look? This one still feel a little bit high. So you feel like it's a little bit high, go ahead, go in and shave off some more. Grind some more, not shave off. Clean underneath here. And right here is her ring finger. Same thing. I could be a little brave down here near the tip, but when it comes to the cuticle, be very careful. And I don't want to be drill happy and then go back and then correct it. But you know, if you do take out too much, you can go back and correct it. Some color is very hard. Some color is not. But I try not to, you know, do that. This is the middle finger. And sometimes what happened too, you might drill a little bit right here off, but it's okay, it makes it look nice. I try to make it as perfect as I can, you know, but sometimes when you go down here, you drill near the cuticle, the color is gonna come off or come out. And sometimes you see their skin or their cuticle go in and then kind of like you could cut it. It's like she's getting a manicure for free and I'm not charging her. You're supposed to laugh at that, Jalen. Okay. And then there's glue down here, so we're gonna clean out the glue. And this finger is her index finger. Go underneath and clean. What you could do too, you could clean it at the end, but since, you know, me, it seemed like I just want to clean every time, every finger I see. That's my OCD kicking in. Look at this, my favorite one. I need to get some more of this rubber. That's why my nail can never look good too, is by the time the drill hit my nail, the color, my nail gets, the only day that it look nice is the day that, I finish that day. But anytime I do someone else's nail or pedicure, it does not look too good. Just clean underneath here. Okay, dear, let's see if everything looks good. I always go back. I'll go back to check to see if, let me see this hand, huh? Everything looks nice. What I like to do is just go back, blend it in, make sure. Then you know what? This side, I feel like this side is thin. I don't want it to break out there. Like right here, can you see it? I feel like I took a little bit more off. So what I'm gonna do, instead of dipping another color and make it darker, I'm gonna go with sheer. Sheer would be my thing. So I'm putting the number 2 on, coming over here and dipping it in sheer. I'm gonna let it set a little bit and then dust out the powder and work on number 3. And put number 3 on it. Let me check this one. This one. Actually, I'm gonna do this one too. I kind of want it to balance out. I'm not gonna go all the way. So I'm gonna make sure it have it at the corner and get my shear in. Right there. I'm trying not to dust it too soon. And number 3. Now I feel a little bit better. I don't want her nail to be off while she's out in the sea. Okay. So all of this. What you could do, you have a fan, you could just let it dry for a couple minutes. Let me turn on my fan. Can you feel it? My fan is built to the side of my my thing. You can go ahead and let it dry there. As you can see, she's over there drying her fingers. So while that hands are dry, I'm gonna go ahead and buff. Same thing. You wanna blend this in, and you don't wanna go this side. Go on this side first. And if there's any dust, go back down here or go up. But sometimes if you go up, it changes the shape. The shape is not as pointy. Then go back and fix it. Okay, can I see this side?
Can you turn the fan off?
Yeah, you can turn the fan off. Okay. See the little white particle? The white tip, the white nail. I think at this point you could call it whatever, but there's a white thing there underneath. Okay, put that one in. While I'm waiting to dry, anything that is on her skin, you want to go ahead, take it off. Okay. Can I see that hand?
I really like it.
Did you like it? Same thing. Do the same thing on each hand.
She looks really good.
Thank you, dear.
I guess Vincent left.
Yeah, he left. Did Mom just got out of work?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
She was like, make sure it's not too late. I was like, she
Okay.
said, come on.
Oh, I'm fine. So what do you see? Her nail, the nail bit here seems to be a little bit tender. Hey dear, did you put $1 in for that drink?
No.
That's Diana. You owe me $1, okay?
No, I don't.
I take it out from your paycheck.
I don't have a paycheck.
That means she needs to come to work. How can you not have a paycheck? I guess if someone doesn't have a job, they don't have a paycheck, huh? Okay, how's this? This one is a tad longer. Let's do this. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna go back in and then drill this finger. Since it's sheer, I could, drill, but I'm not gonna drill too much, but kind of like near the cuticle. You don't want it to be too high. You want a natural blend to it. Okay, and then this one, same thing. What you want to do is so I'm gonna buff this too. Buff this. So what you want to do is dust. You could either dust it or put number 3 on because she's gonna wash her hand. Put number 3 on. Make sure that it's completely saturated all around, because if it doesn't, it's gonna mess up your brush. Same thing. You know who's talking back there?
My mom.
That's your mom.
Mm-hmm.
She must have a hot date. Okay, so before you sent them to, before I sent her to wash her hand, what I want to do is just let it settle a little bit, and then she could go wash her hand. But look, it looks a lot better, huh? Look at it. Nice, nice. Nice. So she just washed her hand. I just want to make sure everything is dry real good. And I'm gonna put number 4 on it, which is a top coat. All of it is. So right now I'm putting number 4 on it. You want to do it real thin. Where's the hair? Not thick. But once in a while, my brush, even you following every step, you do the same thing, your brush will freeze. That's one thing I don't like about the S&S. But otherwise, for someone that want to learn how to do nail, it's easy than acrylic. So this hand is going to be set back, and then let me do this hand.
Hey, I can't call you back on my thing. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me? I said I had called you back, my thing, you had clocked out and went to the storeroom or something.
So,
Yeah. You can't hear me?
so this is another one. Okay. Okay, look at this hand. Okay, so as you can see, I did a real thin coat. If you know that the product is working, the top coat is working, use your finger. You don't want to go on like this, go sideways. You could feel like it's dry. If it's not drying, you're doing something wrong. So I'm gonna go back in and do another thin layer. Not thick, another thin. Look at that.
Yeah, my fault, I didn't work on it.
It looks so nice.
Yes, I said I had called you back on my thing, you had clocked out and left and went to get some at the storeroom or something.
So here it goes. Okay.
Your phone couldn't, I heard the word, I called you back.
This is a real thin coat right here. And sometime when I picked it up, I'm gonna do 2 finger. I'm not gonna do 1. Sometime 1 I feel like is too thick. And then right here on this side. Look at it. Usually, if it's done right, this thing will be dry in a minute or 2. And then afterward, I'm gonna put a top coat on it.